Hello everyone, I'm sorry for the pitch black video, but that's the best I could do right now. And in this video I wanted to discuss how when you're with a narcissist, they will always end up on top. No matter what the situation is, no matter how big or small, they will always end up being the person on top. And victims of narcissistic abuse are often givers, so we sacrifice a lot, we compromise, and we think for some reason that the narcissist is doing the same thing, but when really they're just taking and taking. So if you think back on your relationship, if you suspect you're in a relationship with a narcissist, I think you'll realize that when was the last time that it was about you, like truly about you? When was it something done for you that was purely for you? And if you think about it, I think you'll realize that if you think of that moment, it actually benefited them somehow more than you. So basically, it might have been something that was good for you or nice, but really it's because it benefited them in some way, because they will never do something for anyone else just because of the goodness of their hearts, because they are not good people. So even if, let's say, something small, and they give you the last chicken wing at dinner, they will remember that chicken wing and they will repeat themselves about how they gave you the last chicken wing. And over time, they'll repeat things like, I always put you ahead of me. Your needs are always above mine. And you might tend to believe that because they repeat it so often. You might think it was done several times, when really this is just one time and one chicken wing. So, and if they did by chance do something for you, Lord have mercy on your soul. If they did something great for you, like buy you a car, or anything wonderful like that, you're going to be screwed, because that is like the mother lode of what they will use against you forever. This is like a guaranteed point for them that they can always flip for their benefit, because they will bring up this car for the rest of your life. So it is not to be generous, never to be kind, never because they love you, because that benefits them immensely to have this huge thing hanging over your head. So it's a double-edged sword. I wanted to, I guess an example would be, and maybe it's because, maybe I'm old-fashioned, maybe things are different now, and I don't know what it's like to be in a normal relationship, but at one point, my narcissist and I, one of our cars broke down, and it was a complete junker, like a truck that it was just a piece of junk, and we had my car, and mine worked fine, and I don't know how it ended up that he ended up driving my car, and I ended up driving his junker around. Now, like I said, maybe it's different now, but I've never heard of it going that way. I've always heard the opposite without question. I mean, I've never heard of a man allowing his woman to drive around a piece of junk car because they want the woman to be safe. And I still really do not know how this happened and how I agreed to that, because it's disgusting in my opinion, but just my opinion. So it benefited him, even though it was my car. And anyway, which leads to my next thing, is that if they happen to do something good for you, or it doesn't really matter what it is, if they bring you a pillow, a blanket, they require so much damn appreciation and gratitude that's so undeserved that it's so exhausting to have to be so grateful for almost nothing, right? An example of this was like one time my narcissist, on his way home from work, he stopped by this store called the World Market. And the store just has like little things from different countries, like little foods and trinkets, whatever. It was fine. But my narc really liked going there. And one day on his way home from work, he stopped by there and he got himself some stuff, and he comes home and he says, I got you a present. And I'm like, okay. And he hands me kimchi. And I really like kimchi, so I said thank you. And I guess this was not sufficient, because later that evening, he tells me, I went out of my way to get you this, like, thing you liked because I know it makes you happy. And it's like, you don't even care. And mind you, I said thank you. But first I thought, well, I can't believe you're bringing, this is $2.99. We're talking, but then I did feel bad. I was like, maybe I should be more grateful. So these are the things that I was grateful for. And it still boggles my mind that it worked, this kind of manipulation. I mean, it would be like me going grocery shopping, and I come home and I show him jam, and I'm like, look, I got you jam. Look, don't you like jam? I got it for you. this is jam, you like it, right? And then later throwing it into space when this is just freaking jam. And there's no need to even discuss it, or really, but this is the kind of things that they do, and this is what they get away with. And just food for thought. If you think you're in this type of a situation, just think it over and see if it applies to you. Thanks.